Good evening, everyone. So I'm back with another problem on LeetCode. It's question number 1572, matrix diagonal sum. Okay. So in this question, we are given a 2D vector, and here we need to calculate the sum of the diagonal elements such that there is no uh, duplicacy of element at any index. Okay. So indexes are unique on the diagonal. So, for example, if the mm, matrix is odd, for example, there is the size of this matrix is 3:3. Okay, so here as the matrix is odd, so there is a common element which is 5. Okay, so we are not gonna include 5 here. We'll only gonna include 5 once. We won't repeat 5 for both the diagonal. Okay, so the sum would be 1 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3 plus 7. Okay, which is equal to 25. Okay. uh, but for the matrix which has even uh, diagonals, even sides, so there won't be any duplicacy by default, because as you can see, the diagonals won't meet at any point. So then we'll take the sum of all the elements over the diagonal. So here, as this is the one uh, matrix where the sum would be 8. Okay, so how are we gonna solve this question? So we'll first, uh, as we are as the sum is based on the matrix size, so we'll first declare one variable, and which would be mat dot size. Okay, right, and another would be sum. Now I'll use the for loop, so there's no need of nested for loop, as we know what diagonals are. We can't increase the time complexity. So for the primary diagonal, it's very clear that the indices would be I and I. Okay, the indices would be same. So sum plus is equal to mat I and I. Okay, and for the secondary diagonal, okay, so the very first index, what would it be? It would be I. Okay, here for I equal to 0, it's 7 and 5. So how it's going? So here, if you will see it intuitively, it would be n minus 1 minus I. Okay, n is the size. So here, for example, if we implement it in this example, n is equal to 3. Okay, so for I is equal to 0, if n is equal to 3, so n minus, let me write it first, it's n minus 1 minus I. Okay, now you'll say, how do you know it, teacher? Okay, how it clicked to you? So as I told you before, it will come into your mind only when you practice question. It will come only by practice, practice and practice. Okay, as much question as you'll practice, you'll get to, you know, these question will click in your mind, you know, very easily, and it will only come by practice. Okay, so uh, for n is equal to 3, when I is 0, so n minus 1 is 2, and n minus 1 minus I is 2 minus 0, which is 2. So here, which is it is 7. Okay, so here the jth index is 2. Okay, so here it is 7. Similarly, for I equal to 1, it's n minus 1 2, n minus 1 minus I is 1, so 1 and 1. So now you know. Okay, so this is about sum. Okay, so as I told you, for uh, a matrix which is odd, so if n modulus 2 is equal to 1, we need to subtract one entry of the common element on the diagonal. So what we'll do here is sum minus equal to what? Mat will take n by 2. Okay, so by default n by 2 will return the integer. It returns the floor value. Okay, not the ceil value, it returns the floor value. So if it's 3 by 2, it returns 1. Okay, it won't return 2. However, 3 by 2 is 1.5, but it will take 1. Okay, so here, as this is a 3 by 3 matrix, the middle element is 1. Okay, so n by 2 and n by 2, right? And now we'll return sum. Okay, so this is the question. Let's run the program and you'll see there's no error. Okay, now tell me the time complexity. Okay, in my previous video, I guess I haven't mentioned this thing, the time complexity, but from now on I'll try mentioning it in every question. I'll even make I'll even write it down in the previous videos in the description part, the time complexity. So here, as we use the for loop, there is only one for loop, no nested for loop, so the time complexity is O of n. You can even check it on the LeetCode. Okay. So yeah, this was about the problem, and I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, if you have watched it till the end, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, then also share it with your friends, and yeah, it will help me reach wider audience. Okay, so this was my third video on the YouTube, and the streak is still going on. Okay, uh, uh, thank you for watching, and stay safe and stay consistent. Okay, bye bye.